So far we have evaluated the values of the three variables, namely delta 2, delta 3 and V2 1 at the end of first iteration of fast decoupled load flow method. The fourth variable, which is Q3 1, will now be evaluated using the relation of reactive power flow Qi, which is nothing but negative of Vi summation k is equal to 1 to n yi k vk sin of theta I k plus delta k minus delta I, which you are already having. So you will get Q3 1 as this. Observe here, V3 is a specified quantity as bus number 3 is PV bus. This is slack bus, voltage V1, hence specified. This one is also belonging to slack bus, so specified, but this one is variable, which you have evaluated. Now it is delta 3 1. This is the updated value of this variable, right? Similarly, this is specified, this is variable. You have evaluated. So now you have V2 1 and similarly delta 2 1 and delta 3 1. So after substituting all the values of the variables and specified parameters, we are getting Q3 1 as 0.4520 per unit. So what will be our next step? We will compare this calculated value of Q3 with the limiting value of that particular bus number 3. So what was the limiting value of Qi min as well as Qi max? 1 per unit. That was the lower limit. So this is coming out to be lesser than the lower limit. So this is limit violation. So how to proceed? Now this particular so-called PV bus till now in this iteration will be treated as PQ bus in this iteration only. Again we will check for next iteration, but for this iteration this bus number 3 will be treated as PQ bus. So for PQ bus, variables are V and delta. So we need to evaluate the additional variable, which will be V3. So for V3 we need to evaluate del V3 0. Fine. So how to get these variables? In fast decoupled load flow method, with the help of the relation del Q, we were having del Q2 upon V2 0. Fine. Now again additional PQ bus, which was PV till now, bus number 3 will now be treated as PQ bus. So how will you treat this third bus as PQ bus? Just like you have treated original PQ bus. So for original PQ bus you have written del Q2 0 upon V2 0. So for this bus also you will write del Q3 0 upon, right here now V3 0. So what will be the value of V3 0? You may assume, but it will be good practice to use the updated values of the variables. You may assume any value, you are free, right? So updated value of V3, which was specified till now, whatever the value is there, take V3 0 as that one. What was that? 1.04. Fine. So this you may write as equal to, in fast decoupled load flow method, what is the relation? Minus BQ. Now write here new. Why new? This will have different dimension as that of the BQ original one, which was 1 by 1. Now it will be addition of one more specified parameter will increase its dimension by 1 order. So now it will be 2 by 2 order, of order 2 by 2, and here the variables will be del V2 and del V3 0. Now you have to focus on this only. Once bus number 3 has violated its Q limits, that's why it has been treated as PQ bus, hence del V30 will be required to be evaluated. Relation will be this one. You need to evaluate this BQ new again, fresh one, but you have to focus on this only. No need to evaluate this again and again, because V21 you have already evaluated. You have substituted that value in the calculation of Q31. That has been violated the limit on bus number 3. So now bus number 3 is treated as PQ bus. So additional variable V3 will be evaluated with the help of del V30. So you have to focus on this only. So you have to evaluate this only, because still you are in iteration number 1. So in this iteration, for this you have already evaluated this. You know the value. You know you have to evaluate this also. So how to evaluate this? For del Q you need to have a specified value and calculated value. Calculated value you have already, which is coming out to be lesser than the lower limit of bus number 3. So what about specified? Yes. So specified, that will be Q3 specified will be Q3 min. Fine. You will substitute QIR, which is coming out to be lesser than the lower limit, as the limiting value. That will be specified. What was that? This is 1.0 per unit. Fine, whatever it is. So what is the extent of deviation of your calculated with lower limit will be obtained with the help of this del Q3 value. This will give you that extent, up to what extent it is violating the limit, lower limit. Fine. So this will be the difference of QI min minus whatever QI calculated you are having. Fine. This one. Are you getting or not? V30 you will substitute whatever the specified was there, 1.04. So now you know this, you have to evaluate this. What will be the order of this matrix? 2 by 2. You know this is of 2 by 1, 2 by 1. So this will be 2 by 2. Or from Y bus itself you can check. So you will ignore first row, first column. Now bus 2 is already PQ bus. This time you are treating bus number 3 as PQ bus. So the two buses are now PQ buses. So no PV bus. So it will have the elements corresponding to second row, second column, third row, third column, except first row, first column. So this will be fortunately coming out to be same as that of the BP, isn't it? Fine. In BP, P2 and P3 were specified. So now the scene is that Q2 and Q3 both are specified, isn't it? So luckily you are getting the same. Sometimes may not have for other systems, right? So now you have this new as BP, whatever it is. You have inverse also, right? The value of inverse matrix, right? So with the help of these two, you will evaluate this. How to get this? Second row into this, or finally you have taken inverse of this. So 2 by 2. So second row into this will give you this. Once this is known, so you will add with V30, which is the specified one, 1.04 plus whatever the value you are getting. This will give you V31. Now iteration 1 is over. Now you will move to iteration number 2 if required. In our problem it was asked just to evaluate at the end of first iteration only, right? So if somewhere you are required to evaluate the second iteration and third iteration, so enter into second iteration. Now your variables has been updated from initial values whatever you have assumed to these values, V31, V21, delta 21, delta 31, whatever. Now again your bus number 3 will be PV bus unless it is violating the limit in that particular iteration, or that is iteration number 2. So the same procedure will be repeated, and always you have to use the updated values of the variables and specified parameters, because sometimes if PV bus is being treated as PQ bus, so in that particular iteration that specified voltage magnitude is treated as variable. So whatever the updated values of those specified parameters being treated as PQ bus due to limit violation will be used, the updated one will be used in each iteration. Is it clear to you? and the same procedure will be used as that of Newton-Raphson method of load flow. Finally, it depends upon your level of accuracy where you want to terminate your iteration. Depending upon the level of accuracy, if you want up to accurate up to 4 decimal places, go to that. If up to 10 decimal places, go to that. Number of iterations will be varied depending upon your level of tolerance. Fine. Remember that in fast decoupled load flow method, we have assumed that conductance is nearly equal to 0. It means X upon R ratio has been assumed very high, nearly equal to infinity. It means for the test systems, having higher X by R ratio will converge faster. Is it clear to you? Any other question? Thank you.